Welcome back to DeLand Sport Aviation Showcase Live 2019. I'm Roy Brewer. I am here with Miguel Rosario from Seamax, and he's going to tell us all about this airplane and make us want to go buy one when the show's over, or he's here until the show's over, so come on in and buy one anyway. Weather is getting a lot better, a little bit cooler, so you may see us break out the jackets here shortly because we're from Florida, and it typically doesn't get much below 70, so it must be about 72 or 73 now. So we're freezing, unlike our friends up north. We're not used to this. So, Miguel, welcome, and it's a pleasure to meet you. And got a good-looking airplane here, so we'll go over some of the features and functions. So, what are the considerations that we would need to have to figure out what kind of airplane we want and what kind of features we want out of the Seamax?
Okay, Seamax in this class, as a LSA amphibious, is the lightest one and the fastest one and the roomiest one. So we have certification since 2007, a special LSA, and all the years we are on the air show to show it to the people.
Yeah, I've seen these airplanes in operation, and they are incredible. A lot of fun to fly, and usually you're staying below about 1,000 feet, doing a lot of lake hopping. And so, what's different about the design of yours or the features that are available to select? They've got the basic airplane all the way up to the fully loaded. So, what are the basic differences between those two?
Okay, the basic airframe, the airframe of the airplane is almost the same. We have a lot of options, since from the analogic gauges, the people call the six-pack, to the full digital dashboard. As options, we can use parachutes, we can use interior as leather finish, as you can see, and the layout of the airplane, we can choose also, see, two different ones. But basically, the plane is the same.
Now, is the seat adjustable in flight, or do you adjust it before you take off and leave it there?
Yeah, we have two adjustments. The bottom of the seat, you only are able to do it on ground because you need to go out. But the back seat, you can adjust in flight.
Okay, and do the rudder pedals move forward or backwards to be able to adjust them?
No, the rudder pedals are fixed. So that's the seat you need to adjust. This is because if you have a light guy, the seat goes in forward. You compensate the light guy by the arm. And the guy is a big one, you pull on the back. So
Okay.
you keep more or less centered regarding center of gravity.
Okay, now some of us, as we age gracefully, gain a little bit of weight. Somebody that's over 200 pounds, are they going to be able to fit in there pretty easily, up to about, say, 2 to 250?
Okay, regarding the place inside the canopy, yes, no problem. It's very roomy, the plane. But of course, this is an amphibian. You cannot lower that level. So you need to jump inside. When you have a ground plane, you have a door that you can easily come inside. This is a limitation because it's a seaplane.
Yeah, well, some of my friends, we could get them a little step out here and let them get in there and then have a pit crew to take away things as they get out of here. Now, Dave, our camera guy, has been shooting the six-pack in here, and you also have a model to where you can get the glass panel, but you say most of your people purchasing prefer the six-pack or the glass panel?
It's a mix. I don't know exactly the figures. There are people who really like the glass cockpit. I personally, I lighter, and they are not so sensitive about salt water and so on, which are. But even with that, we have no big problems on that so far.
That sounds good. And your glass panels are typically Garmin?
We use Garmin. Sometimes customers ask for Dynon, and we also already installed the European brand called Canardia. But
Okay.
basically today is Garmin and six-pack, basically.
But since it's special LSA, then you can go ahead and put the European electronics in it if somebody wants them?
I don't know, we never use the European electronic in the United States. Here in the United States, we use only Garmin.
Okay.
But these airplanes is sell all around the world. So depending of the available instruments, people choose them.
How many countries do you typically have sales in? Over 30, 40, 50?
I would say more than 50.
More than 50.
More than 50.
Okay, and you have some choices on engines. So what are the basic choices on those?
No, today we only use the Rotax line so far. We use the carbureted one, it's 912 ULS, and also the injected one, IS. And they are the two versions, this and the other one.
Any preference by your people purchasing as whether they prefer the injected or not?
The injected is quite brand new. This airplane is under manufacture since the 2000, so the most part of them are the ULS. But we have a couple of them already, the IS too.
Okay, and I understand that you are the designer of the airplane, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
That's my job.
How many models did you go through before you got to this one?
Well, this is my design number 22. I'm working now on 45.
So all going to be in the same type of the amphibian, or you got a lot of different types of aircraft you're designing?
A lot of different types. Since ultralights, now I'm working on a design on a 5-seater, drones for special purposes, ground planes, low wing, high wing, a lot of them.
Are all of them under the Seamax brand, or is this just one of the brands that you have? You have several?
No. In fact, I have a company called MIG Air, which is my office where I design airplanes. Seamax is another company that only manufactures the Seamax.
Okay, and can you home build the Seamax?
In the beginning, yes, but now because of certification, no. Just ready to fly under special LSA rules.
Okay, as far as modifications, if somebody wanted to do that, could they do this, or do they have to go by the ASTM standards of whatever has been approved for the certified airplane under SLSA?
Well, under LSA, we cannot change nothing, but sometimes we sold plane as experimental class for particular owners. So in that class, they can modify and do whatever they want.
So you can still sell it as an experimental and let the person do what they want, or no?
There are some rules which I'm not completely updated. I cannot sell directly as experimental, but I can sell a second-hand one as experimental one.
Okay. What else?
99?
99?
How many you started producing it? Are you selling since 99?
Yeah. The design of this airplane starts in 1999, the full production in 2001, and so far we build roughly 160 planes.
Now, Dave, if you would, get a shot of the vortex generators here, and I'll get Miguel to explain to us what those are intended to do.
Okay, we have vortex generations on the fuselage, which is rare. Usually they put on wings.
Yeah.
This is because the airflow before the propeller tends to detach from the surface. And with the vortex generation, they keep the air attached before the propeller. So does reduce the noise and increases the performance of the propeller.
Okay, now we're not going to fold the wings back today, but you say they fold back on this, and you could trailer it and take it wherever you needed to and fold them back out. One-person operation?
Yeah, it's one-person operation. Unfortunately, we did not bring the stand. It needs a stand to keep the tail in that level, because when you fold the wings back, center of gravity goes back. So you need to have a third wheel on the back. It's one-person operation. It takes about 8 to 10 minutes to do it.
That's all, 8 to 10 minutes, and you've got it on a trailer ready to go.
Yeah.
And
Manual or mechanical?
Everything is manual. By the way, this trailer belongs to this airplane. So it's an easy operation.
Yeah, Dave, if you would get a shot of that trailer, they just roll it in there and take it with them at that point. Yeah. So not a hard thing to do. Now, you can taxi with the canopy up, but that's about it, correct?
Yeah. The canopy is made to taxi up because on ground, if you close on a sunny day, it's hot inside. But once you are in flight, no problem. We have a very good ventilation inside.
Now, do you have shields to be able to protect you from the sun a little bit on a hot summer day across the top of the canopy on the inside?
Yeah, this particular Honda use those shades for that. But there's a different types. That's one like a curtain that you can retract and open with a trail in the middle. So that depends off the customer, but this is also an optional.
Okay, so you've got an accordion shade, and then you've also got this type shade that you could put in there very easily. This one that has the six-pack, I see you've got an iPad mount, so that's just the normal setup that everybody uses for the iPad. And the leather seats probably are a pretty good setup for the saltwater or seawater freshwater operation.
In fact, the only problem I have with a digital dashboard, I stopped the airplane on the water. I hope the canopy, so a jet ski came, make a small wave, and the water goes on the dashboard. So it burns all my. It was the only thing I had. If it was a six-pack, nothing happens.
Yeah, it probably spent a lot of time cleaning that glass based on spray of when you're taxiing and things like that coming in, or somebody goes by and sprays you a little bit.
Yeah. The problem is if you have a lot amount of water, because everything is electronic, you can have short circuit inside. But otherwise, there's no problem at all.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to tell us?
No, thank you very much for your time, your interview, and the possibility to talk about Seamax.
Miguel, it was a pleasure to
Pleasure.
meet you, and,
Thank you very much.
Really loved riding one of your airplanes one of these times. I've got seaplane rating, but have not been in a Seamax yet, and I'm looking forward to the day where I can.
The only thing I can tell you different for the most part of the seaplanes, usually seaplanes, they have a lot of drag. So when you design a seaplane, you don't pay much attention on the airflow. So in this one, I designed it as a glider. As you see, it's very smooth. The only thing I could not reduce is the drag caused by the aerodynamics that need to have as the step and keel.
Yeah, I bet getting this up on step is a lot easier than that mall is on floats that I qualified in a few years ago.
Yeah, the airplane is light. They have quite a good power, so we can take off on a normal weight in about 8 to 10 seconds.
Fantastic. Miguel, it was a pleasure talking to you. And for website, how do they get in touch with you?
Seamaxaircraft.com. There's everything you can need to know about Seamax is over there.
Okay, now if they wanted to ask the designer some questions, do you have a link on your website to be able to get in touch with you?
Yes, we have. Anything they need, technically speaking, if they want to talk to me, it's easy. Through the site, can locate me.
Okay, and the spot you're in here at DeLand is 77, is it?
Yes, 71, I suppose.
71. Okay, so come out.
Offering demo flights?
Yes, we are making demo flights since yesterday. Today we are a little late because of the weather, but we have always 3 planes, 2 in static display and 1 flying, which is over there.
All right, and how does somebody go about getting, if they're interested in buying one, they want a flight characteristics test, how do they go about getting a demo flight?
You can make an appointment through the website or here, if they want.
Great.
So just stop by on spot 71 and talk to the guys here and get your demo flight. I may see if I can take a break a little bit later and try to get one tomorrow. But this is Roy Brewer from DeLand Showcase, Sport Aviation Showcase Live 2019, here with Dave Shawbetter. We've got Elizabeth Daniels, social media. Mike Daniels is co-chair for this, and we've picked up 2 additional people to do interviews, so look for those. We've got Carl Valeri and Tom Frick out here. So from DeLand, I know, Sport Aviation Showcase. I've already said it once, so I figured they already knew that. So from DeLand, we'll talk to you later. Goodbye.